Uh-oh, house coffee starting today off. Might be rough. But don't worry about me. I'll make it work. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. I'm glad you're here. I'm Jimmy, by the way. We're gonna spend a day in the shop. Once I finish getting it opened up. 55 degrees this morning instead of a dash in my truck. That can't be right. It's almost the end of April. We are looking forward to an interesting day. We're gonna finish up these TPMS sensors and the coolant temp sensor on this Malibu, then we'll see if the air works. If you saw yesterday's video, you know all about it, and I appreciate it. Let's go out the back door and see what it looks like out here. I think we got a beautiful sunrise. It's a few minutes late though. A little past sunrise. Sun's basically up. Hope it's getting nicer and nicer where you guys are at, because I know it's been pretty nice for most people, although the Northeast seems to be getting some crazy rain today. We got the injectors off this F-150 yesterday. They're pretty nasty. I'm not 100% sure that's his problem. I want to definitely take a look in there and see. Clean them out real good. I pulled the regulator out too. Make sure to see that little piece, that trash. It does not take much to clog up the work, so we'll clean it up real good. We're going to put the new injectors in it and fire it up, see how it runs. I'm hoping it doesn't have something like a clogged exhaust. That could be a separate problem too, from bad gas being run through it. But in any event, let's stop flapping, get the shop open up so we can learn a thing or two and have some fun. See if we can get done today. It's been kind of a odd week, but it's every week anymore. We're fixing cars. It's always an adventure. Don't miss it. Stay tuned. All right, time to get to work. Get this back to the tire machine, throw a sensor in it. Alright, we don't have to completely dismount the tire. We just have to pop the bead off the outside. I'll bring you over here. You guys can help me push down the sidewall. The way I do this might be considered unorthodox, but it makes it quite a bit easier. Take your nuts off your valve stem. Some of these are rubber, some of these are metal, so some of them have been changed before, but they're all going to rubber nowadays apparently. You got to get this little washer out of here because we're going to rubber. That's trash. Soap up my new sensor. It'll probably pull in without doing this. I just like to do it. It's less likely to tear and give you a problem down the road. Got our special valve stem installer tool. Thread it on there. And then I'll grab something to protect the wheel. Like we have a bunch of plastic tools on the balancer. So I'll use one of those. Highly recommend it if you got some high-end Momos on your Impala. Make sure that's fully seated. When it's in there right, the rubber will be flat with the rim bead. Now it's just a matter of putting air in it. We hope. That's 100% tire shine. Except it's not shiny. Well, I don't want to be bragging, but I said get me a GM part if you can. Boom. Look at that son of a gun. If that's defective, that's on GM. Made in the Czech Republic. That's where that guy's at. I gotta get this little clip of doodle out of here. I'm hoping I don't take the housing off the head. I don't think I do. I could probably get some, light down, light down. I might have to get a clip or a pick or something, but we'll see. Let's go to a backup plan. Like our new gear wrench. Temperature sensor pick tool. Man, that thing's in there. The sensor's floating, but the clip is 250 foot-pounds to force to get that out. It just sits over the top of that, and that's an O-ring on the bottom. And then this, definitely don't want to hurt the housing. The sensor, I don't care. All right, it's getting embarrassing now. What is up? I need to get a different pick tool. My Mayu pick set has a slightly pointier pick, so maybe it'll fit better, but oh yeah, there it is. See? That's all you need, the right tool for the job. No big deal. Now I can go back to the pliers I thought would work. Man, that sensor is going to come out in 1,000 pieces. But I think the coolant will help push the pieces out because I didn't drain it yet on purpose. I know what I'm doing. Leave my ears alone. Let's see if maybe the wiring will help hold it enough to get most of it out of there. That's why it wasn't working, I'm guessing. Oh, look at that, man. I told you to come out no problem. Yep, that's seen better days. I'm going to clean that out a little bit and start putting it back together. Alright, that went a lot easier than I thought it might. All the commotion over there, the boss decided to go ahead and change those dry rotted tires out. I've been saying they weren't safe for a month. Finally, we're gonna do it. I'm glad. I don't want to get the thing running for him finally and have it see it wrapped around a guardrail because a tire exploded. But so we're gonna put new Michelins on it. Anyway, let's pop this in now. I took the clip completely out so it wouldn't hinder the crumbs from coming out. If I take the cap off right now, coolant will come rushing out of there.
You don't see the little plastic square?
Pop that in until it's flat. It's a tight squeeze, but it is under the clip, so oh, there it goes. That clip is the real deal. Holyfield. Pop that in. Top off the coolant a little bit, and we'll see how this thing goes. See if the AC will start working and all that stuff. We'll look at some data, see that it should be about 65 right now. You get some of the sweet key chime to wake you up, get this day fired up. Need more key chime is not the same as need more cowbell. Let's go ahead and put that window up. All right, listen here, man. I'm shutting the door. I'm shutting the door. I'm shutting the door. I'm shutting the door. Relax. So wound up. Let's get the scan tool talking. Bring up some coolant temperature data, and it should reflect what I'll like to do is bring up ambient air temperature and coolant temperature before starting the engine. They should be within a degree or so if everything is hunky-dory. America. Chevrolet. Okay, these two will shake hands. We'll bring up some data and we'll come back. What these do is auto scan. What these like to do is if there's a temperature related code, it disables your AC because it's not sure what's going on with temperature, number one, and number two, it wants you to get it fixed because it tampers with the emissions or messes with the emissions, makes them go way up. If it doesn't know what the engine temperature is, it has to pick a default strategy, which is, you know, might be 80% of what it could be. So that's why we're going to see if his AC also started working. Look at the buttons. What is going on? Oh, you know what? The buttons had all faded, I guess, and they put clear nail polish over the words or something. Every button's the same. Can you see that? Unusual. I got a 99 Lincoln to look at next. Customer's waiting. It has a high idle when it's cold, like 2,500 RPM, and the customer's tried parts and scan tool stuff and telling me about data. He wanted to talk to me about it. So that should be an interesting one. And he can't figure it out, and he's going to wait for it. So I got an hour to get it figured out. Let's do a quick erase. We'll knock all these codes out. I'll bring up the coolant temp data I keep talking about, and we'll see where that's at. It's kind of strange. There's quite a variation in temperature, 68 to 84. It's not 84. That is a little odd. We'll have to pay attention to that, see if that's going to be a factor. Let's fire it up. Have I mentioned this doesn't have a kickstand? See if our AC started working. Yep. It's getting cold. That's nice. Temperature's increasing pretty quickly, as it should. This temperature came down. That's kind of strange, maybe because air is being pulled through the air inlet. Let's go back. And oh yeah, the AC is really getting nice. I'm gonna go, I went back too far. Let's bring up some air conditioning data just to see that too. See if it shows AC request, AC compressor clutch. Oh, I don't even have to show you. Yes, and on. Ha! That's why it got cold. High side pressure, only 136 because it's so cool out right now. It's 68 degrees, so you can see it right here, 68 degrees. All right, this one's fixed. All I gotta do is program those sensors, and then we'll be good. I gotta use the Autel TPMS tool. All right, key chimes, super annoying. TPMS is booting up. People are too stupid to realize the door's open. It's on them, isn't it? Oh, you gotta accept your agreement, and you're allowed to use your tool. This will pull up the vehicle. Then it'll say, do you want to copy sensors? And then we'll say yes. It should be quick and easy if it works correctly. It normally does. This tool's been pretty good. I'm anxious to try a different brand and see how it works, but haven't gotten to that yet. Let's go. Programming. Copy by OBD. No ID available for programming. Read IDs from vehicle. Okay. Check. Let's make a different selection. Not going to let me. So, we're going to do this. Keep the desired sensors within 10 centimeters. Okay. One sensor detected. Do you want to continue? Yep. So it's going to program it. Then I'll go to the right front. It'll take a while. We're going to go through all 4 wheels and then come back when we're uploading it to the car. Last wheel. Okay, I did the programming of the 4 sensors. Now I had to do relearn to do the 4 sensors. We're going to try that, see if that works. Communicating with the vehicle. Turn the ignition on, yes. Pop, pop. OBD relearn, please wait. It's going to do 2 more beeps. 1 more beep. 2 beeps. Done. That'll tell me to turn the key off. Clear codes, maybe, something like that. I haven't done it this way. This must have been updated since the last time I used it. It was a little different. Similar but different. But like a lot of things, poke around long enough, eventually it works out. It is taking a while though. Communicating with the vehicle, reading IDs. This is going to be the part where it decides if everything went well. Oh, relearn, okay. So we're done. Should have no more TPMS lights, no more check engine light, and the AC works. Let's get that Lincoln in here. Oh, the classics are abundant on the property this week. This customer's actually been coming here on and off for about 30 years. So we're gonna get him sorted out here. He's waiting. We're out of red envelopes, I guess. I don't know. I was just talking to him. He's like, no, I'm gonna wait. He said the IAC is unplugged right now. He goes, it'll run fine with 2 feet. So that's what we're doing. Get it in the shop, take a look. I'm gonna hook the scanner up first, see some data. He said there's no codes, but he used like an AutoZone Assassin scan tool. I forgot about these. It's the dual overhead cam one. I thought it was going to be a little 4.6. It's a front wheel drive dual overhead cam monstrosity. Oh my goodness. Tell you what, you got to enjoy the ride while it lasts, man. You got to enjoy the ride. That's why it's setting the check engine light, because he's got it unplugged. I got the scanner on it, ignition's on. I'm gonna take a look and see what we can see other than the IAC codes. See if we see other issues. The 99 Lincoln Continental. You see how clean this thing is inside? It is like some wear and tear, of course. It's leather, so that leather, if you don't once a year rub some leather protectant products on real leather, that's what it looks like. So this car has been well taken care of, doesn't get driven a lot, 97,000 miles in 26 years. So I mean, it's like a 9 on the cleanliness, but it's got a little more wear and tear I'd expect to see under 100,000 miles. Want to chat a while? The scanner's updating and stuff, so. All right, we'll come back. Well, therein lies the problem, Peter. He said there was no codes. I'm like, well, I have to disagree. You got codes coming out the wazoo, and that's got to be uncomfortable. Let's see. Let's send a report. Report to cloud. I won't make you guys watch all this stuff. I'm going to send them the report. We're going to see what them 5 engine codes are and maybe plug in the IAC and see what it does. He said 2,500 RPM. He said he replaced it already, but maybe he put an AutoZone Assassin level part on it. I don't know. We will take a look once I'm done with this report, though. Let's bring up some data. PCM. Oh, I got to still escape more. It's weird using this Autel tool. It's totally different. Autofix, I mean, same thing. It's kind of small, and it definitely feels a little more fragile than some of the others, but if you like the Autel layout, excellent little tool. I've had good luck with it as far as performance. It's unusual compared to what I'm used to, the way it's laid out. The other guys always use a shop scanner, which is Autel. They'd probably be a lot more familiar with the screen, but it's not complicated to figure out. Got a lot of menu buttons, so you really got to pay attention. If you're looking for something and can't find it, it's somewhere in one of those buttons. What I don't like is when you disconnect the dongle and want to do another car, you got to tell it you're doing another car and escape and change vehicles. All my other scanners automatically see the new car and change it, but not a big deal once you're used to it. Erase codes, key on, engine off. I want to erase all the codes. I'm going to plug in the IAC, and we're going to start from scratch. Now that I've cleared them and plugged in the IAC, I want to do a key on, engine off test just to see if it sees any other issues right off the bat. It's not the greatest, but it is a good test. If you have a really big problem, like something unplugged, it's going to tell you. It runs the fan and does some other things, and it says, man, I see, you know, something that's skewed really badly, like not connected. All systems not complete since last memory clear. That's the only code. All the Fords will set a P1000. Just means someone cleared the codes. I haven't run the monitors again yet. And they actually put that in there, like if people have problems, they'll clear their codes, go trade the car in. The dealer can plug in and see that the codes were just cleared. Plus it helps mechanics know if a customer does it, so it's good information. That's basically what it is. Some people panic, I can't get this P1000 code. I guess it's been a while since that happened. Yeah, I'm old. I know. Someone just said in one of my videos this morning that I don't know what I'm doing. I should pull all my videos down. Oh, people are awesome. AC pressure, I'm just going to look at data right now. I'm not going to pick any data PIDs. I'm going to scroll through all my data PIDs and see if anything stands out that I want to bring up, and we'll try to keep it under 6. I like to do like 3 or 4 really. Sensors that should agree, I can see if they agree or not. So I'm going to look through these, bring up some data that looks important, and we'll go over it. Alright, I brought up engine idle speed desired, engine revolutions per minute, which is the same thing. It wants, this is what it wants, and this is what it is. Engine coolant temperature. How you doing?
Good. Is that Grandpa Joe?
Grandpa Joe.
He's in his own world down there.
He's got his earbud in probably, so.
I'll come out and bug him later.
Yeah.
Hey, Grandpa. How you doing? Good. How was your trip?
Good. She knows how to get under his skin. He hates being
Say
old.
hi after I drop my keys off. Okay.
Idle air control amperage, idle air control percentage, idle air control fault. So it all fits on one screen, nice and neat. Now I'm going to see if it thinks the idle's doing what it wants or not. I'm kind of suspecting a defective part, but I mean, there's also a small chance the driver in the PCM is just running it too high. Let's see what this thing does. Engine revolutions 1163, 960. Desired idle 768, coming down. Engine coolant 168. Milliamps 350. 44% on the IAC, down to 35. It's bringing the idle down a little at a time. Idle air control fault, no fault. He says it doesn't do what it's doing right now, which is idling correctly, or very close to it. You want to see, what you'll normally see if it's working right is the desired and actual, and the actual is going to go under and over desired just a little bit here and there. I feel a little bit of a misfire, a little rough idle. It's trying to bring it back up now. This thing feels like it's got a misfire. And there's definitely something going on with that. 688. It is not running good. I wonder why he's blaming the IAC and saying it runs at 2500. Maybe it's not cold enough to do what he's talking about, which is going to be a shame that he's out there waiting. Right now, it's saying everything's great, and I have to agree. Everything's great. Let's bring up misfires. See what that looks like. It might take a minute, so I'll bring that up and we'll come back. That is very strange. I just spent a minute or so looking for misfire data, and it started running good and stopped misfiring. And the idle flared up to like 2000 and back down like for a second, and then right now it's idling good and there's no misfires. It's almost like the computer's trying to find itself from being disconnected so often. But I'm looking at battery voltage is good, my baro pressure is good. It's a little bit low, but whoop, there it goes again. Pressure voltage, no fault. Coolant system, engine load at time of misfire, 19%. Engine misfire currently detected, no. That's interesting. I feel something, you know, it could even be a lean misfire too. I'm gonna have to go out there and look around a little bit. And it's got a little surge to it. She's mad about something. We just don't know what yet. We're gonna look around and poke around, and we'll go out under the hood, see if we can see vacuum leaks. That's what it's kind of acting like, a vacuum leak or a mass airflow problem. Oxygen sensor, bank 1, sensor 1. She lean. Bank 2, sensor 1. She lean. That's not good. You want to see about a half a volt under and over, but it's not doing that. Graph merge. Let's go under the hood and see if we can spot some weird leaks or something like that. We're going to see if fuel trims change from manifold gasket type issues. Very odd. And it's acting like it's got a bad mass airflow. So I brought up the data. Mass airflow 0.01. No long-term fuel trim. Short-term trim is trying to add, but the long-term won't adjust. It doesn't see mass airflow. So it's in like a default fuel strategy. This thing might just have a bad mass airflow sensor. Let's bring up some wiring diagrams and we'll take a look and poke around at that mass airflow. Could even just chuck one in and see what happens, but I don't want Erico to be sad. Alright, we're gonna run this thing without that thing even in there. See if it gets better. I turned everything off to reset it, reset the scanner in case it has corrupted data. Sometimes you'll get weird data. Interesting. The long fuel trim never changes too. I'm going to do a hard fuel trim reset. Turn the key on, engine off, and force this thing into a keep alive memory reset. Alright, I couldn't find keep alive memory, so I took the negative off for about 10 minutes. And I plugged the mass air, all stuff back in. This is one of the dumbest setups I've ever seen, by the way. It takes 4 hands to get everything lined up and get the clamp on it. I'm sure some of the experts can just pop that right on there, no big deal. Barrow 149, that seems a little low, and the PSI, like I mentioned earlier, is about 1 pound low, so something not quite right with that. But since I've cleared the battery, I want to start it again and see what happens with my long and short term trims. We're about to find out. Once I bring up some data, we'll fire it back up again. Alright, key on, engine off. Bank 2, sensor 1. Oh, I must have touched it. Bank 2, sensor 1, bank 1, sensor 1, fuel pump percentage. I looked at this earlier. The fuel pressure stays good, and it's only running the pump at about 28%, so it's not a lack of fuel pressure. And it has plenty of power. It's at idle, so we're either dealing with a vacuum leak, no mass airflow reading. Something's going on with the mass air. It's like it's not even plugged in. When I unplug it, it stays the same. Fuel pump. Long-term trim is correcting now, so that's good. Mass airflow is still at 0. We can poke around in there all we want. I'm just about at the point where I'm just going to put a mass airflow sensor in it. I think it's blue and purple wire in the wiring diagram going from the mass air to the PCM. See if we do get a signal. Maybe the PCM doesn't acknowledge it. We can at least do that first. And if there's no signal coming out, we're going to put a mass air in. That's what I'm thinking. We're going to get a mass airflow sensor and plug one in at this point, because he's in there waiting, and I only have an hour. There she blows. Two security Torx bits, and the testing has commenced. Torx bit's got that little pin in the middle, so you got to have the security ones. In case someone steals your mass air, you can't have that. Jordanes, Colorado from the other day. I think it was yesterday. I'm gonna go ahead and do that AC work. He's got a bad compressor, but the manufacturer that we get the AC parts from makes you buy a condenser, an expansion valve, and stuff when you do a compressor to get a warranty. If the compressor's blown up, there could be trash in there, so that's why they do it. But this one's not blown up, it's just not producing. Well, I shouldn't say that. This one's probably not blown up. We'll know when we get it apart. We'll look at the oil. If the oil is silvery or black from heat, it gets black when it gets hot, and silvery when it gets, what do you call it, blown up. Like the Tundra video I watched last night. 2025 Tundra, engine blown up and seized, 6,000 miles. And I watched the video though. It had a quickie oil change and they didn't tighten the oil filter. $20,000. That's an expensive oil change. Of course, I guess that oil change place will pay for it. I don't know how. That's probably a month of revenues. How do you make money doing oil changes for exclusively anyway? What do you guys think? Cabin filters and differential flushes? Yeah, purity test passed. No, I do not want to do a pick a chore. Get this refrigerant out of here. we get to work. I think to do the condenser, they want you to take the radiator fan, the front bumper, the fascia, this brace, all that has to come off for some reason. I think they hook. Yeah, you see down here? The condenser, they got lines that hook around the radiator, so you can't just lift the condenser out by taking this cover off. Normally you'd think you'd take this and this off and you could lift it out. But not when they hook it around the plastic that holds the radiator up. Bill and Bob, you guys, man, you make my day interesting. I love you guys. Ooh, I'm getting a contact high from that Silverado. He's putting air in the tires. But I know one thing. I'm good on glaucoma today. Go glaucoma can't affect me today, at least. So that's good. You always got to look at the positives. I smoke, I vape, and I smoke pot every day whether I want to or not. It's not up to me. A few more of those. I gotta take these off there. That's 11, bruh. You feel me? I just keep expecting Cheech and Chong to come walk around the corner any second. You can smell it 40 feet away. Yeah. Bill's buddy. Explains why the sun's really bothering my eyes. My pupils are dilated.
Like more and more people don't care. Like I work at one place, I get there late. As I walk up to go into work, guys just walking out front, smoking a blunt, like it ain't shit. Just
It's like, it's legal now, bro. It's like, no, man, you only get a medical card. I don't really care, but I don't want to smoke it.
yeah, I'm not trying to get second hand right now.
I'm like, do what you want, but don't involve me. I know, I at least got to take the bumper off. Got some screws. All little Torx. Little tiny guys. They're not very deep. You got big washers on them for holding fabric wheel liners in, but they work. Once I get this out, we can see behind there. I think this is a base model. It doesn't have fog lights and stuff. So it should be pretty straightforward to get it off. I'm not going to say it's easy until I'm done. I'm just going to say straightforward. That's, yeah. Careful. Careful what you say ahead of time. Someone out there is going to make you look stupid. Could be the vehicle, could be someone in the comments. They're going to do whatever they can. Like the one guy that did talk about the door handle in the BMW. I'm not sure if I mentioned this before or not, but he said that's a Mercedes, retard. I'm like, thanks for watching.
Yeah, I watched a YouTube video on it.
I'm gonna take that out to get to the compressor, not to get to the condenser or bumper. Tell you what, you can see a lot more stuff. That's cool. Those are going to be bumper bolts, and I think that's a bumper bolt because this can stay attached to it if you want. Less screws that way. Now there's 3 bolts, 7 millimeters on each side. You got to get out.
I want that.
Is this like something to start off with, or?
Matter of fact, I was like, fuck, I can see what everything, because you usually always that leak detection switch in the back. And, but I sealed that off, and I was like, it's still fucking leaking, so I changed the way I was sealing it, it's still fucking leaking.
Should be close now.
Hey, a great show. Everybody hates the show. Everybody loves the show. Right, Jeff?
Hey, did you get something from a mortgage company
check it all, and then yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's not really. I was basically just trying to go look one, get the job, do
Wherever it's from, you know.
Something's holding it in there.
I don't.
Well, you tricky sons of guns. 1, 2. That's why it won't come off. You. Alright, man. More hidden bolts. Hooked on something. Hooked on phonics. Oh, something happened. Ooh, she ugly now. Put it out in a safe space so no one trips over it. Well, I'm thinking now I'll take the grill shutter out of here. Some Temps. And I'm not sure if these clips can stay on it. Probably. I don't see why they couldn't. These are all just kind of floating in there. I guess if I took them off, then it'd be easier to get to these bolts. I got swivels for that. There's got to be an electrical connector for the shutter somewhere. I'm going to find it one of two ways. The easy way or the hard way. Plug out of here. Boom, out of there. Boom, louvers are off. Look at it action. Look at the condenser, it's right there now. Well, right there might be a slight exaggeration. There's still a few more things we gotta do. The push pins are backwards, so that's interesting. Maybe that's why they want you to take the whole radiator out. I think I can, there's that flange there. Hey, you wanna see with a light too? Okay. There's a flange there, but then there's another one right here. So if I can get a box wrench in there and get that loose, these two 10s, well, I got to take this off first. See how they're backwards? Now I'm getting out the Blue Point tools. Top of the line. Don't worry, we'll find it. Couldn't have gone too far. And once you get that out, then you can see that bottom one. And I don't think you're supposed to do it this way, like I said, but you guys know I can't help myself. It's easy. The other little pieces down there, I'll get it. If not with this, I got my blue catcher doodles. Let's see, let's get those. We need to just be less fuss, less muss. Told you. Well, take those snap rings out of here, and this one will be a little easy to get to when I unbolt this and pull it forward. But I think I want to loosen that first. Oh man, you guys are the best. There it is. Going to be, the stud's kind of long for this to come off. I'll have to pull it out and kind of see if I can slide it over, all to avoid pulling the coolant out of the radiator and stuff. I got to get this line out of here, and then I think I'll be able to move it over. Alright, once that line's out, get some of this other clip. Jeez Louise, got it. I don't know where it went, but it's not in there anymore. Should be able to lift that thing out of there. The struggle was worth it. Let's get the shop vac, clean some of that up. A couple new gaskets on here. A little bit of brake clean, start going back together. I don't think I even need to open the box to know that one's wrong, because it wouldn't fit in the box if it was right. See what I'm saying? Even on that side, nope. I don't even have to break the seal. We got another one while I was getting something to eat. Kind of concerned, but when order we open it. It looks like it's going to be okay. And it looks right. Let's pop that mass air in real quick. When you hear that positive click, this goes a certain way too. Air goes in here and it comes out at the bottom. Oh, Ford's idea. These things are a bear. These air boxes too. I don't understand it, but they did it for about 20 years. Seems that way. Maybe it was 15. You gotta get the clamp to go around both pieces of plastic. And the battery's in the way, and it's also positive, so you don't want this clamp to touch the positive and the ground. You'll have a bad day. And it's riveted at the bottom, so it doesn't want to move or turn or anything, which is good and bad. It's the best they can come up with, I guess. Get this plugged in. See how this thing runs. Cross your fingers. Well, it seems better already to me. Let's get the scanner on it real quick before we assume it's working. Testing the idle control because it's still doing weird stuff. Like a lot of things. We're going to do some dancing, I'm guessing. It's intentionally raising the idle for some reason. Probably got to do an idle relearn type of strategy, I'm guessing. Let's try that. I do have good fuel trims, so the low and high are both reading, and it's adding fuel. My mass airflow shows 0.03 though. This thing is possessed. Like 9 out of 10 cars lately. Well, I'm pinching off lines here, trying to figure out what's going on. It's acting like it's got a big air vacuum leak. I sprayed around with brake clean on the intake. I can't find anything. The throttle body. I put the mass airflow in just because I wasn't getting data from it, but I'm still not with the new one. But if I pinch this line off, and I found that clear plastic hose that goes to nowhere. So something's definitely going on with that. I gotta find out where that goes. I'm guessing there's several things wrong, and until I pinpoint all of them, it's just not gonna run good. 26-year-old car, you know. I'm guessing that goes to some kind of a plastic branch or something in the wiper cowl. You probably gotta take the dashboard out or something. I don't know, but I know something's not right. See where that hose goes, find out what's going on. I think there's a plastic branch it goes to, and it probably goes off to some other vacuum devices that need vacuum. So let me trace that out and we'll see if we can find whatever the problem goes to. Well, the mass airflow sensor test was a big flop. He doesn't want to fix anything now, so it's not really funny. But he's gonna take it and figure it out himself. I told him the vacuum leaks on that hose, and the plastic tube goes to the AC reservoir. It could be the plastic tube itself. He might have taken the brake booster out to get to it, I'm not sure. He doesn't want us to fix it though, he's gonna do it himself. He's a mechanic. Probably a better one than me. But that's alright. I can live with it. I'm gonna put his original mass air back in. We're gonna call this one done, but not fixed. I wanted to get the AC done in the Colorado today, but it wasn't meant to be. That's okay. I'm gonna finish buttoning this up, and I don't know what else we'll be trying to get done today, but we'll see. This condenser is from Generous Motors, so it either fit or it ain't gonna. Nothing's gonna. Got new gaskets on there, man. Nice. Put an ounce of oil in the condenser. I'm gonna try to get this set in place tonight at least. That is the tricky part. There you go, that helps, I think. Not sure if that's even facing a good way. Either is that. But in any event, I just want to get it buttoned up a little bit tonight, so it's not going to leak vacuum. Now I got the block goes in the large tab on that side. There's a small tab here, or narrow. I'm going to get my 13 on there, 2 10s. We'll do the cooler lines in the morning. Get back on it. Rest assured, if Bill and Bob see this video, notice my wrench. So you can be sure in the next gen, this is going to be out another 1/4 inch. Get this line in tonight. I was going to wait till tomorrow. I couldn't bring myself to do it. I want to do it so it's done in the morning. I don't have to worry about it, right? Problem is, it's a little bit of a squeeze. At the end of the day, when you're a little tired. Oop, did you hear that? That's the sound of victory. Especially if I can get the plastic cover on it. Alright. It's in there. It's in there. This one's in. Plastic retainers on. 2 10mm bolts. I'm going to call it a night. Boom. Alright guys. Just like that. A very interesting, unusual day again. I'm doing the best I can to make great content. Paycheck be damned. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed your company. When I have tough days, honestly, I've told you this before, but knowing you guys are there watching, keeping an eye on me, keeping me straight, it helps a lot. I appreciate that. Torque the like button before you head out if you would. If you got something from this video, subscribe if you're new. But more than anything, I hope I see you in another video, because you're awesome.